Have you ever felt like life is just a long list of rules? Don't do this. Make sure you do that. It can feel exhausting, right? Like you're constantly walking on eggshells, trying not to mess up. But what if I told you there's a different, more fulfilling way to live? A way that is less about checking boxes and more about becoming the person you truly want to be. This is the core idea behind virtue ethics, a philosophy that's thousands of years old, but more relevant today than ever. So, what is a virtue? Think of it as a positive character trait, a quality that helps us live well and be good people. It's not about following a rule for the sake of it, but about cultivating an inner disposition. Let's break it down. Ancient thinkers, and later, theologians, identified some key virtues. The four big ones are called the cardinal virtues: prudence, justice, fortitude, and temperance. Then there are the three theological virtues: faith, hope, and charity. Now, these might sound a bit old-fashioned, but stick with me, because they are incredibly practical. Let's start with the cardinal virtues. Prudence is basically wisdom in action. It's the ability to see a situation clearly, understand the right thing to do, and then actually do it. Imagine you have a friend who's going through a tough time. A rule-based approach might be: rule number 1, friends should help friends. But prudence goes deeper. It asks, what kind of help does my friend actually need right now? Do they need advice, or just someone to listen? Is now the right time to talk, or should I give them space? Prudence is that careful, thoughtful judgment that leads to the best outcome. It's not just knowing the rules. It's knowing how and when to apply them with care. Next up is justice. This isn't just about courtrooms and laws. Justice, in a personal sense, is about fairness and giving others what they are due. It's about respecting the rights and dignity of every single person. In everyday life, this looks like giving credit where it's due at work, instead of taking it for yourself. It's about being honest in your dealings, paying your debts, and speaking up when you see someone being treated unfairly. A person of justice doesn't just avoid stealing because there's a rule against it. They avoid it because they fundamentally respect other people's property and well-being. It's a commitment to fairness that comes from within. Then we have fortitude, which is just a fancy word for courage. But it's not the Hollywood kind of courage, like running into a burning building. Fortitude is the quiet, everyday strength to do the right thing, especially when it's hard, scary, or unpopular. It's the courage to have a difficult conversation with a loved one. It's the resilience to keep going after a setback, instead of just giving up. It has the moral backbone to stand by your principles, even when you're under pressure to compromise. A person with fortitude doesn't act bravely because they're told to. They do it because their character is strong enough to withstand fear and difficulty. Finally, in the cardinal group, there's temperance. This is all about self-control and moderation. In our world of instant gratification, temperance is a superpower. It's about finding balance. It's enjoying good food and drink without overindulging. It's managing your emotions instead of letting anger or frustration control you. It's about having the discipline to turn off Netflix and get a good night's sleep, or to put down your phone and be present with the people you're with. Temperance isn't about depriving yourself of joy. It's about making sure your desires don't rule your life, so you can focus on what truly matters. So those are the 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, fairness, courage, and self-control. They work together. You need prudence to know what's fair, fortitude to act on it, and temperance to keep your own desires from getting in the way. Now let's touch on the theological virtues: faith, hope, and charity. Even if you're not religious, these have powerful secular meanings. Faith, in a broader sense, is about trust. It's trusting that there is good in the world and in people. It's having confidence in your own journey, even when the path isn't clear. It's the belief that your efforts matter. Hope is the engine that keeps us going. It's the refusal to give in to despair. When you face a challenge, hope is the little voice that says, "This is tough, but we can get through it. There's a better future ahead." It's not blind optimism. It's a resilient belief in the possibility of a positive outcome, and it fuels our efforts to get there. And last, but most certainly not least, is charity, or love. This is often called the queen of all virtues. This is about more than just romantic love. Charity is selfless love for others. It's compassion, kindness, and a genuine desire for the well-being of everyone, not just your friends and family. It's the virtue that motivates you to volunteer, to donate to a good cause, or to simply offer a kind word to a stranger who looks like they're having a bad day. It's seeing the humanity in others and acting on it. So why is this approach so powerful? Because it shifts the focus from "what am I supposed to do?" to "who am I trying to become?" Following rules can make you compliant, but building virtues makes you a good person from the inside out. A rule follower might stop at a red light at 3 a.m. on an empty street just because it's the rule. A virtuous person stops because they are a safe and responsible driver all the time. The action is the same, but the motivation is completely different. One comes from external pressure, the other from internal character. Here's the key thing to remember. Building virtue is a long game. It's not a one-time decision. You don't just wake up one day and say, "Today I will be courageous," and suddenly you are. It's a lifelong process of practice, habit, and intention. It's like going to the gym. You don't get strong by lifting one heavy weight one time. You get strong by showing up consistently, day after day, and doing the work, even when you don't feel like it. Every single day, you have dozens of small opportunities to practice these virtues. When you get cut off in traffic, you have a choice. You can lean on the horn and get angry, the easy path. Or you can take a deep breath and practice patience and temperance. When a coworker asks for help with a project right before a deadline, you have a choice. You can say you're too busy, or you can practice charity and justice by lending a hand. Each time you choose the virtuous path, you are doing a rep for your character. You're strengthening that moral muscle. And over time, those small choices add up. They become your habits, and your habits shape who you are. You start to act with kindness, courage, and wisdom, not because you're forcing yourself to, but because that's just who you've become. Your immediate, gut-level reaction starts to align with your best self. This journey isn't about perfection. You will mess up. You'll lose your temper. You'll act selfishly. You'll be afraid. We all do. The goal isn't to be a perfect saint. The goal is to be on the path, to be intentionally trying to become a better person. When you stumble, the virtuous approach isn't to beat yourself up over breaking a rule. It's to reflect. Why did I act that way? What virtue was I lacking in that moment? What can I do to strengthen it for next time? It's a learning process, not a pass-fail test. So think about it. What kind of person do you want to be? Do you want to be known as someone who is patient, courageous, fair, and loving? Start today. Look for the small moments. Choose to be a little more patient in that long line. Choose to be a little more generous with your time. Choose to have that difficult but honest conversation. Each choice is a building block. You are the architect of your own character. And building a virtuous character is the most rewarding project you will ever undertake. It's not about a list of rules to follow. It's about a person to become. Thanks so much for watching. If this idea resonates with you, let me know in the comments which virtue you want to work on this week. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content that helps us live more thoughtful and fulfilling lives. See you next time.